National Football League. And we've got the Vikings' sure-handed wide receiver. He was perfect for them a week ago, getting a pair of touchdowns and some massive yardage. It's the Vikings and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend.
The Vikings offense set to go to work, 2-0 on the young season. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. He's off and running here early in the season. 2 good outings for him catching the football.
And that's a surprise to absolutely nobody, because defensively, you know you've got to try and limit his touches, keep the ball out of his hands. But right now, he's playing with some confidence, and I just know his offense coordinator's dialing up a few plays just for him.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bait.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
On 1st and 10, Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Cousins now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He completes it to Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Green Bay to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. The Vikings got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran signal caller, Kirk Cousins. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 6. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
There he goes, right side.
Now look out, Kareem Hunt.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big time.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Fighting through. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They go play action. Cousins. Complete. It's Henry.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And now out comes Minnesota. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's on his way. Kareem Hunt.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kareem Hunt
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game...
There he goes, left side.
Inside the 10.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Throwing here, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Oh, fighting off the defender. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest to kind of